Hello there and welcome back to International Fathers. I am your host and your creator, Nelson L. Moody Sr. I'll be right back talking about positive fathers. All the positive attributes that a father instilled in his child or children. All the good stuff. Stuff that causes upbringing and nurturing. And with that in mind, we're going to talk about leadership. Leadership. Are leaders born or are they made? Somebody in YouTube land tell me. Because I know that for some of you, you believe that leaders are made, and some of you believe leaders are born. Whichever route you choose to go, you are correct at both. Because at the end of the day, you're a leader. And no matter what you do in life. You know, you all heard my story about how I came up. To me, the best leadership is leading by example. See, when you lead by example and when you tell your child children things that you don't want them to do because you don't do them, and depending on how old they are, you give examples. They get to thinking about it. My daughter, why are you smoking? Don't smoke. You don't see me smoking. My son, don't start that drinking. I don't drink. Don't do this, don't do that, because I don't do it. Or do this, I do it. But leading by example. How do you tell a child or children, hey, stop that cursing, stop using that profanity, if you're doing it? If you're doing that, that child will look at you crazy. You telling me stop cursing or don't curse, and you do it. You telling me don't do this, but you do it. Don't do that, but you do it. What kind of example are you setting as my father? That's why we flip the script and we lead by example. Son, this is how you do it. Daughter, this is how you do it. Just watch me. I'm leading you. I'm guiding you. I'm showing you the way. The ability to influence people to do something without hesitation, without a second thought, doing it because they believe in you, the leader. They trust in you, the leader. They have confidence. You are trustworthy. All those words into this leader right here that these people believe in. That's the leader. If he jumped off the highest mountain and they believe and trust him, they may jump. I don't know about jumping off no mountain though. This is a small example. But to be that leader for your child or children and showing them right from wrong, the do's and the don'ts, and always maintaining your integrity, always leading by example, they will always want to follow you. Because you are setting an example, you are setting the stage. You're not just talking it, you're not just preaching it, but you are walking it. You're doing exactly what you said you're going to do. And my children know that I'm not telling them I'm going to do something, I do it. It's coming to them. It's going to happen for them. One thing I learned is that children will hold all of this up in their head. What you said you was going to do versus what you didn't do. And they'll factor and they'll formulate and they'll squeeze their heads, they'll scratch their heads, they'll wonder, they'll go nuts. Well, this man says this, but he don't do it. Then you have one over say, well, anything my father says, he does. My father's word is good. And I listen. I trust him. I have confidence in him. He is trustworthy. And it's not just my father, but my leader. Influencing. People have to be willing to listen and to follow. If you're not willing, it's not as effective as it could be than if you were willing. Y'all catch that? It's not as effective as it would be if you are willing to follow your leader. It could be a president of a CEO. It could be somebody in the clergy. It could be a dean president. It could be a teacher in school. It could be anybody who has the ability to lead. We're talking about fathers leading, who have children by the hand and showing them the direction. This is the path that you should go. Don't go down this path. This path look pretty. Nice pretty flowers. The streets are nice and paved and everything. This road look kind of shaky. A couple fallen trees down. There's a leaky water faucet down there. Go this route right here. I know it don't look good like this one, but trust me, this way is no good for you, son. This way is no good for you, daughter. Listen to my leadership. Go this way. I've been this way. And it's all good. Leadership. I'd like to share something with you right quick. Being looked up to as a leader comes with much gratitude, being humble, set apart from, and with positive attributes. All this comes from within a leader. One may look completely at the gratitude side of being a leader to see how grateful a person may feel being admired as a leader. When you have people look up to you as a leader, it's got to be a good feeling. It is a good feeling. Because fathers around the world, guess what? We are leaders. And it feels good, don't it? Thank you. Someone else may look at that spiritual aspect of a leader being humble, which is surely a good trait when it comes down to dealing with a member of different personalities of people. Being set apart from peers and friends is all in a class by itself to be distinguished as set apart from them. All your friends could be followers. You know that old saying, birds of a feather flock together? It may not be but one leader in that bunch. You. And you as well as others will be able to determine what you are. It's up to you to recognize it and realize it. Separate yourself apart from that and lead. Positive attributes are no less than any other traits of a good leader in leadership positions. Let's talk about some of those traits, because us fathers got them out there in YouTube land and around the world. Integrity. Integrity. What you will do and will do when no one is looking. When no one is looking, what you will do and what you won't do. Integrity. And what you will say and what you won't say when nobody's listening. Integrity. Trust and truth. That's pretty simple. Being able to tell the truth. Just tell the truth about it. Honesty. Woo! Honesty. Being able to be honest to those under and over you. Being trustworthy in a nutshell. Because you know, if you tell one lie, you gotta tell a second lie. Then a third lie to cover up the second lie. Then a fourth lie to cover up the second lie. And a fifth lie to cover up the third lie. You gotta keep on telling lies to cover up until soon you forget the first lie, or you believe the lie and you expect others to believe that same lie. That's a different topic for a different show. Yeah, because that's being manipulative there. We're not talking about that right now. That's something totally different for another show in the future. The impact a leader leaves on those who call him their leader is how he treats them also. To give respect, you have to give respect. I don't care who you are, what status. If I'm talking to you respectfully, I expect you to do the same thing. That's what a leader does. A leader just don't come shout, fuss, holler, and scream at you for no reason. And you talk to them with respect. Soon the conversation will be over. And that leader has his stuff together. Being a leader not only sets you apart from others, but you also set a certain level of standards. Set a certain level of standards about yourself that you will not compromise, negotiate, or be easily persuaded to drop your standards to someone else's. If anything, you will attempt to bring their standards up to yours. And then they will admire that. Because for some people, it's never happened to them and they don't know how to recognize it or appreciate it. But leaders don't negotiate their standards. They don't compromise their standards. It's there. It's here. Once you start compromising your standards, you compromise who you are. Once you start negotiating your standards, you negotiate who you are. Once you become easily persuaded of your standards, you become easily persuaded about who you are. As a leader, as a father. Once again, this is Nelson Moody Sr., your host and your creator of International Fathers. Hey, what can I say? This is a positive talk show. We don't do positive talks here. Positive conversation. Nothing negative. We don't bash nobody here. Don't talk down on nobody here at this show. International fathers out there in YouTube land, this is it. For more information about me and my work, log on to www.nelsonlmoodysenior.info. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Black Planet, Mingo City, MySpace. You can also Google my name, Nelson L. Moody Sr., and find out a whole lot of other information about my work. International fathers. The talk show like no other. Fathers call those children, and children call those fathers. Fathers hug those children. Children hug those fathers. Until next time.